unpaid.
Unpaid for 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is
I think you
you
should
all's
give him the
argument
raise
for,
that he deserves.
for that promotion raise? What,
Because he's been here for 19 years and he's very well known in the community, and that, I mean, he's had more occurrences where he's honestly been more honest than just this one occurrence. So for us to not have given him a raise at least 10 years ago is quite the issue. He's been here for 19 years. That's an extremely long time to be with the company. He could have left us already for another job that pays more. However, he has not. So I think we need to give him more money for his service that he has provided to us for 19 years.
Okay, so, I hear you guys, your position, so, you guys think that he should get a 3-week layoff now and get a raise when he comes back. So, I understand you guys.
That he deserves.
That he deserves, okay. But, bro, you say he deserves it, but, okay, so you're saying you want a 3-week layoff, and when he comes back, he gets a raise. Okay, so that's you guys' position. So now, we stated earlier that our interest was that we wanted to make sure that this does not happen again in the future. So you see how Lingo got laid off for 2 weeks, but yet the problem, continued. Taking coins from machines continued. So do you think that laying Jim off is gonna help my company prevent this issue from happening again in the future?
if then when he comes back, we promote him?
Yeah.
I mean, that sort of is sending mixed signals of,
Well,
yes, don't violate
I
this policy,
think-
but also, regardless of this violation, we're gonna reward you.
I think that's probably where the lack of communication comes in from you guys between the employees and the managers.
Jim was briefed on the policy.
Yeah, but
I
he
think
was
it's
the only
also-
one briefed on the policy until January 4th of 2020.
So, question, let's acknowledge your point of Jim was the only one who knew about the policy. We're discussing Jim right now, and Jim's violation of the policy. Did he know the policy? Yes. He still violated it.
Back to
I agree with, bringing a raise back giving him a raise after he's done this is not gonna be good for.
Well, it's
this-
only
for
$20.
preventing this in the future.
Well, I think back to your point of like, how are you gonna prevent this? I think the company has to take accountability for the things that have happened in the past and like, look at the history. There has been a history of lack of communication. And I just don't think like demoting him is really gonna solve an issue. There's a bigger, like a bigger cause to like what happened, a bigger root to the problem, so.
What exactly do you mean by lack of communication?
Like,
Do you all
And
just feel the
labels.
policy was not
Addressed.
addressed correctly
Yeah.
and demonstrated to all the employees correctly? Okay, so let's acknowledge on our part that, yes, we probably could have done a better job rolling out this policy and making it clear what was to be done with coins. Or coins that were, used by technicians and test machines. That still does not change the fact that, wow, hey, Hal Engel may not have known the policy. Jim was briefed on the policy, had an understanding of the policy, and still chose to violate the policy. And he doesn't argue that he didn't violate the policy. He openly admits he did violate that policy.
So do you guys see any accountability on your side of what happened?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out here. That's why we feel like the 3-week disciplinary layoff and demotion is a little harsh, because Hall, even though Hall didn't know, he's been here for 18 years, which is 1 year less than Jim, and he only got a 2-week disciplinary layoff. So even though Jim took $28, I feel like there's a lot more things that he has done for our company that result in this being such a small incident, being the fact that he has turned in multiple items and even $300 worth of value to show his loyalty to the company. He's also very well known in the community, and if Jim is well known in the community and you guys are creating a harsh punishment and a company that people just aren't gonna like after Jim, gets demoted and a 3-week disciplinary layoff. And I don't think you guys want a, reputation for your company in the community that they don't like, so.
I don't think it would be good for Jim to be, like, you say he has a reputation, but like, regarding the company, he stole, I mean, like,
That's not
We're-
disputed.
yeah, we're just acting in response to him. So like, I understand what you mean by like, if we are too harsh, the community's not gonna like favor our company or whatever, but the community's also gonna be aware of the fact that he stole money from the company. So that might also affect.
But I think that also tells a lot of like the lack of community and like trust and loyalty that your company has for your employees if you were to let them go.
My thing is, if we do consider giving you guys or giving Jim the promotion after he comes back, isn't it showing others that it's okay to steal and that with that?
Well, that's where
Yeah,
the,
offer.
communication comes in to where that you guys need to, possibly create another procedure or, a way to allow all employees to know, like, the disciplinary actions, for taking coins or, what they should not be doing. Because then none of them knew at first until January 4th. So I think just firing Jim or demoting him from his job and having a 3-week layoff, it's not necessarily gonna prove a point. I mean, it's gonna prove somewhat of a point, but there needs to be more communication and a new procedure for the rest of the employees. And we feel that Jim's service to us is a lot more worth than having him demoted and, a 3-week layoff.
So where's the evidence of this miscommunication?
Well, I mean, Hall didn't know, so there's the miscommunication for that. That's another, repairman, employee that was here for 18 years of service, and he didn't even know.
But he was not functioning as a technician for all 18 years.
Right, so he's only been in there for 1 month, so why was that not addressed when he was there, when he was promoted to that job? Why was he not told about it? Because this is on December 9th, and Jim was told about it on September 1st. So why was this employee not, addressed on the procedures?
Your dates are wrong.
Just to clarify, you said we suspended Hal on December 9th and September is when we made people wear the policy?
January
Or
4th
was-
is when the new procedure was put in place.
Yeah, but you guys told Jim September 15th about the problems of coin loss in the machines. And you asked him for help to advise on how to improve the situation.
Exactly, so we tried to address the issue before
Right,
suspending.
but then it was not addressed to Hall on December 9th. Instead, the procedure was addressed on January 4th. After Hall had been laid off and didn't know about the coins being stolen out of the machines. If you guys already knew about coins being taken out of the machines or loss of coins, and Hall was promoted for only 1 month, why did he not know about the loss of coins out of the machines?
Yeah, so I think that's a good point that you made. I think that there has been, I think the procedures have changed a lot, or they've changed frequently, and there may have been a lack of communication. So we hear you're saying Jim, he has a reputation, a good reputation in the community. He's worked at our company for 19 years. I think that I'm willing to, I think we're willing to, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, what do you think about doing, maybe a 2-week layoff? He pays the money back, and then in a or so, you can like reevaluate giving him a promotion.
So, just to clarify, reevaluate does not mean guarantee a promotion, it just means
Guarantee.
reevaluate.
No, he definitely needs to be guaranteed a
Yeah,
promotion.
I don't think you're
If
gonna
he's
solve any
doing
issue
good
by
at his
not
job.
paying your employees fairly. And I think that's a bigger issue. I mean, if I was working and I wasn't getting paid fairly, and I knew I wasn't getting paid fairly, and I had a family to provide for, not that,
Probably would have taken a lot more than
Yeah.
$28, especially for how many years you were there and the loyalty that you did serve at the company.
So, again, we're going back to the, well, it was only $28, so you're trying to justify
He's
the
gonna pay
violation
back
of
that
policy.
I don't
Yeah,
think we're
one thing-
justifying.
That
One thing I
money
do
doesn't
agree
pay
with is when Jim comes back, if we evaluate him and then give him a raise, I think that won't make our company look bad. That won't make our company, that won't cause an issue I think that would do a good job of, because if he comes back and we just give him a raise, that just shows that, we
It looks
allow.
like we don't even enforce our own policy.
Yeah, but if we evaluate him when he comes back, I think that shows that we are adapting to how you guys are reacting and the positions that you guys have put on the table. But I think you can also do some good for the company in the long run because the employees, maybe they'll be less likely to steal if they are getting, paid more or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
and I think maybe even if that works, maybe implementing that into your policies, having someone, if you have like a loyal employee who's been working with you guys for X amount of years, they should be promoted.
Or have a
So-
raise every segmented years, of whatever it would be.
I think that would do a good job of like preventing this from happening in the future.
There's no excitement for the employees right now. They just show up to work to make the same stagnant amount every single year. So to not give them a raise, to not give Jim or anybody else a raise for 19 years, maybe he was,
is Jim stealing out of resentment? Like, is he stealing from the company because he dislikes the
Yes.
company procedures, I guess? Or the company's, the way we've been doing things?
Yeah,
Well,
that's what we,
wouldn't it be more effective to just go talk to
Talk to us as management instead of
he already has in the
being
future.
vindictive and stealing out of the machines.
He already has in the future, and he's never been given a raise.
Did he think that
He's been
stealing
there
was
2 years.
gonna make us?
Well,
See
no,
his
but
point of view.
you also have to think, like, he has a family to provide for.
Which we understand. Well,
And
if
he's
it's
getting
allowed.
paid very unfairly, so, I mean, I think we can all, like, put ourselves in his shoes and understand, or come to an understanding.
Well,
Why
if
he
it's,
gets paid.
well, if it's about his family, isn't it setting a bad example for his kids to steal from the company?
If Jim is so,
Why do his kids know?
if Jim is so loyal to the company, why would he steal from them?
Yeah.
well, I mean, he's proved his loyalty by returning items and including $300, which is a large greater amount than taking $28. Anybody could have just taken $300 and let nobody know about it, and you guys would have never known about it. But he took $28 and told you guys about it. So,
But I think we were coming to an agreement, so 2 weeks, and then having him pay back the money,
Can you start?
a 2-week layoff, he pays back the money, and then he gets a raise within a month. But he doesn't know that. Like, he's not
Oh.
made aware of the raise.
Okay.
Huh?
We just want to step away for a moment, sort of reevaluate.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.